Brace the rudder! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an Enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
After just 7 days, 96% of Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream users saw reduced wrinkles and diminished dark circles. Shop now at Sephora and discover how change can happen in the blink of an eye. Consumer tested by 110 women.
Hey, Immigrantly family, this is Saadia Khan. I have some great news for all of you. We recently launched our newsletter, which comes out 3 times a week. It's called Hyphenly, which is our no-fluff newsletter with hot takes, heartfelt stories, and all the feels of living in between cultures. Come for the nuance, stay for the vibes. You can find the link to subscribe in our show notes. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello and welcome to Immigrantly. I'm your host, Saadia Khan. Fall is in the air. The house is quieter. The chaos of summer has finally faded. Thank God for that. And I can actually hear myself think. That's why I love doing these solo episodes because, guys, to be honest, during our regular programming, I'm the host. I try to spotlight my guests and their stories. But here it's just you and me. No interview, no script to follow, just me sharing where I am at in my life, what I'm hearing, what I'm learning, and what I am wrestling with. So are you ready? Because here we go again. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a long time now, ever since I interviewed our guest, Maury Fonteness, and that is intuition. That inner compass we all have, the quiet nudge, the gut pull, the sense that something is either right or wrong, or even somewhere in between. And here's the thing, the weird thing. In my personal life, I have always trusted my intuition. I feel like I am inherently an intuitive person. I lean on it when it comes to relationships, parenting, even everyday decisions. But surprisingly, when I think about Immigrantly, the company, the brand, the thing I have poured my heart into, suddenly I feel confused, lost. Like I can't always hear the intuitive me. And guys, it drives me crazy. And that's where I am right now, trying to untangle what it means to listen to my intuition, not just as a person, because I am pretty in tune with that, but as an entrepreneur. Now, part of this goes back to where I come from, right? Growing up in an Eastern culture, intuition was always a part of my life. My mother, aunts, friends trusted their instincts deeply. They didn't always need logic or evidence to make a decision. They would just say, I just know. That sentence that really nags at you when you are trying to do something new or revisit something old. But here's the catch. For me, intuition and fear often got tangled up together. If I felt anxious, I would tell myself, oh, my gut is warning me. And yes, sometimes fear is wisdom and I believe in fear, but more often it was just fear. Then, as I mentioned in the beginning, I had this conversation with Maury Fontanez. Guys, if you haven't listened to our conversation, please do check it out after this episode. Who told me intuition is neutral.
Truth about receiving intuitive information, if is nothing else, is that intuition is emotionally neutral. There's no emotion attached to intuition. That means when we are connected to our deepest sense of knowing, when we are connected, even if the information is unpleasant, and I have been there many times, it comes in very factually.
What? Really? No fear, no excitement, just information, a compass pointing north quietly and steadily. Oh my gosh, that was such a revelation. And I'm still working hard to see it that way even now. Do not let fear hijack my intuition, to treat it as a guide instead. But here's where it gets tricky. Immigrantly is so much more to me than a company I run. It feels like an extension of me. My joys, fears, strengths, they are all wrapped up in it. And somewhere along the way, I stopped de identifying the brand Immigrantly and me, Saadia, the human. If Immigrantly gets praise, I feel validated. If it struggles, I feel exposed. It's like the brand's identity is stacked directly on top of mine. And when that happens, my intuition gets fuzzy. Because instead of asking what feels aligned, I'm asking what will prove my worth, what will protect me from failure. That's not intuition, right? That's fear dressed up as intuition. So, here's what I am practicing these days to counteract it.
New Vitamin Water Zero Sugar Pineapple Passion Fruit is packed with vitamins, just like the amount of peas we packed in that sentence. It's packed like your tote bag, the one you stole from your ex, or your overpriced half a studio apartment, or extra rushed rush hour traffic. Packed like your calendar, triple booked at 5, of course. Grab a vitamin water. Did we mention it's packed with vitamins?
When I'm faced with a decision, I pause and ask, if Immigrantly disappeared tomorrow, who would I still be? Then I name 3 things that have nothing to do with my work: a mom, a friend, a woman who still loves Pakistani food, desi music, and long walks. It's a way of untangling myself from the brand, of reminding myself Immigrantly is something I built, but it's not all of me. And maybe that's why I wanted to share this with you, because I know a lot of us blur those lines between our work and our worth, between fear and intuition. We tell ourselves, if I fail at this one thing, and guys, I will pause here and let you think about that one thing. Yeah, that thing. If I fail at this one thing, I fail entirely. But the truth is, we are bigger than that. Our identities are richer and messier than any single role. And intuition, that quiet, steady, guiding light, is often what pulls us back to that truth. That's what Immigrantly's always been about for me. Yes, it's a media company. Yes, it's podcasts and stories and cultural brand. But at its core, it's about giving voice to the messy middle, the contradictions, the doubts, the becoming. And I really believe that intuition has a role to play in that. It's the reminder that alignment matters more than accolades and applause, that wholeness matters more than perfection. And I'll give you an example. Immigrantly's very first episode, that raw, messy, unadulterated, poor quality, low production quality episodes, that ground zero for Immigrantly's built up, is a testament to how alignment and wholeness is so important. Because that's where everything starts to make sense and come together. So, as we step into this fall season, here's what I am doing, and maybe you can try it too. Intuition is not fear, it's a neutral guide. Listen for its quiet steadiness. You are not your work, you're more than any role, brand, or title. And telling the unpolished version of your story isn't weakness, it's connection. So maybe today, ask yourself, what is my intuition telling me right now? And am I even listening? And if your intuition says, share this episode with a friend or subscribe to Immigrantly, well, guys, I would say trust it. Anyways, thank you for creating this space, for listening to me, for joining, for pressing that play button to spend some time with me and my thoughts. I am utterly grateful. Next week, I will have a guest and we will focus on them. Until then, take care of yourselves, be kind, and try to connect with your intuition. And if you do, write to me and tell me how that experience was. You can reach me at sadia@immigrantlypod.com. This episode was produced by me. The editorial review is done by Shay Yu. Our sound designer is Jonas Langer. Immigrantly's theme music is by Simon Hutchinson. Other music by Epidemic Sound. See you next week. I'll be waiting.